Perhaps some might not have noticed this, but there is one unique attribute that has been most consistent in the life of Uncle Kashim Shettima since he became the governor of Borno State in 2011. The listener might be thinking about Uncle Kashim Shettima's humility, his courage in standing strong for the people of Borno State in moments of horror and agony. At times, when the wicked Boko Haram made several efforts to wipe out Borno on the surface of this earth, other listeners may be thinking about Uncle Kashim Shettima's unusual ability in providing huge infrastructures in Borno State in spite of the Boko Haram insurgency. You are probably looking at the ability of Uncle Kashim Shettima to overcome his political enemies. Uncle Kashim Shettima is always an underdog who appears toothless but yet defeats wild lions by beating them midway into the fight. While if you are thinking about any of the attributes I have mentioned, sorry, none of these is most unique attributes of Uncle Kashim Shettima that I am particular about. So what is that unique thing that has been most consistent about Kashim Shettima? Can anyone guess? You cannot guess it because it is something only a child like me could have seen. Anyway, I am talking about the consistency of Uncle Kashim Shettima in loving and caring for the children of Borno State. Have you noticed that? Uncle Kashim Shettima unconsciously pays attention to children wherever he goes, whenever he meets a crowd, whenever he visits the internally displaced persons camp, and whenever he visits schools. Uncle Kashim Shettima pays undivided attention to children. So naturally, he does it without knowing that is him. He loves us, the children of Borno State. Now let me reveal something to you. Few days ago, Uncle Adamson, the Grand Commander of the Order of Photography, GCOP, the old man who never gets tired of snapping good pictures, gave me a very big album, photo album. The album was so big that it contained 500 pictures of His Excellency, Uncle Kashim Shettima. I was so excited that all the 500 pictures in Uncle Adamson's album shows images of Uncle Kashim Shettima, either carrying a child, feeding a child, caring for a child, or interacting with a child, or sitting in the midst of children in school. As I share these beautiful pictures with you, permit me to hand over to my friend Chamasu Elisha to tell us a quick biography of His Excellency, Uncle Kashim Shettima, the 6th elected governor of Borno State and the governor of children. Chamasu, over to you.
Uncle Kashim Shettima was born in Maiduguri on Friday, 2nd day of September in 1966. He attended Lami Sula Primary School in Maiduguri from 1972 to 1978. He was at Government Community Secondary School, View, in southern part of Borno State from 1978 to 1980. He was then transferred to Government Science Secondary School, School, now in neighboring Yobe State, where he completed the secondary education in 1983. Uncle Kashim Shettima studied at the University of Maiduguri and earned a degree BSc in Agriculture Economics in 1989. He had his one-year compulsory NYSC at Nigerian Agriculture Cooperative Bank in Calabar, Cross River State. From 1989 to 1990, Uncle Kashim Shettima obtained a master's degree MFC in Agricultural Economics in 1991 at the University of Ibadan in Oyo State. Uncle Kashim Shettima joined the University of Maiduguri as a lecturer with the Department of Agricultural Economics and was in the academic from 1999 to 1993. However, in 1993, he moved into the banking sector and he was employed by the Commercial Banking of Africa Limited as the head of account unit in Ikeja, Lagos State. Uncle Kashim Shettima was there in Lagos from 1993 to 1997. However, in 1997, he crossed over to the African International Bank Limited as a deputy manager and used to become a manager in 2001. But in the same 2001, Uncle Kashim Shettima moved to the Zenith Bank as the head of its main branch in Maiduguri. At the Zenith Bank, he rose to the senior manager, assistant general manager, and zonal head of the Northeast. Uncle Kashim Shettima was later promoted to become deputy general manager, while he was still zonal head of Northeastern the Zenith Bank. Uncle Kashim Shettima won several awards for productivity and rose to the general manager in 2007. However, Uncle Kashim Shettima answered the call of destiny when he began his mission in public service. He began with his appointment as Commissioner of Finance in Borno State in 2007. From 2007 to 2011, Uncle Kashim Shettima served as Commissioner in 5 different ministries. In 2008, he was moved from Finance to become Commissioner of Local Governments and Chieftaincy Affairs. In 2009, he was the Commissioner of Education. Later, he became the Commissioner of Agriculture and Natural Resources, and finally, he was the Commissioner of Health, from where he contested the Borno governorship elections in 2011, which he won to the glory of God. Uncle Kashim Shettima contested under the platform of All Nigerian People's Party and was sworn in on May 29, 2011. Against all the evil machinations of political enemies, Uncle Kashim Shettima won the re-election in 2015 under the All Progressive Congress (APC) and sworn in on May 29, 2015. As governor, Uncle Kashim Shettima is focusing so much in changing education in Borno State with the sole aim of developing the potentials of children, aunties and uncles.
Education is key. Without education, believe me, we cannot make any progress. So we have to make deliberate efforts to invest heavily in education, because it's the greatest leveler. Within a generation, as one commentator rightly said, the son of a pauper can be a celebrated icon.
Uncle Kashim Shettima is building roads, houses, bridges, creating jobs, investing big in agriculture, empowering women in doing all of this. Uncle Kashim Shettima has all one thing in mind, which is to improve the living conditions of our daddies, mummies, aunties and uncles, so that they can take good care of children and give us a brighter future. In recognition of his leadership qualities, our governor has received many awards from respected institutions. For instance, Uncle Kashim Shettima was Nigeria's Governor of the Year 2014, awarded to him by Leadership newspaper based in Abuja. Uncle Kashim Shettima was Nigerian Governor of the Year 2015, awarded to him by the National Executives of Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) in Abuja headquarters of the NUJ, where he was represented at the presentation by his late deputy, Uncle Zanna Umar Mustafa. May his soul rest in peace. Uncle Kashim Shettima was also awarded as Nigerian Governor of the Year 2015 by Newswatch Times newspaper, Lagos, where he was represented at the presentation in Abuja by his deputy, Uncle Usman Mamman. Uncle Kashim Shettima was also Governor of the Year 2015, which was awarded by Vanguard newspaper headquarters in Lagos. Uncle Kashim Shettima is happily married to Auntie Nana, and they have 3 adorable children, namely Sister Amira, Brother Amir, and Sister Amma Hajar. At this point, I will invite my friend Fatima Mustafa Kokari to join me in concluding this biography by saying,
Uncle Kashim Shettima is now half of a century. He is 50 years old today. Happy birthday, Uncle Kashim Shettima.